This is Dr. Robbins,
Leaving
and
menus.
today we're going to talk
Edit.
about what kind of math you need for college and how do you go about that. So I'm just going to read the whole top because I'm going to show you the math. I've got a lot to go through, and of course, this will be on our yourtechvision.com site with a whole bunch of follow-up lessons also. So having a foundation of algebra and geometry required to enter college. Most students know that in high school, and hopefully your counselor is guiding you in that. And if you go into STEM, and you know that you want to do that for college, you need to add calculus and trigonometry in your high school profile. A lot of schools actually, if they're college prep, they already require all four. So just find out what your high school requires, go with that. And if you want to go in the STEM field, the more math, the better. So if you go into the STEM field in college, all those classes that you took in high school, you're just going to take more advanced classes. And of course, you're talking college algebra, trigonometry, calculus, but that is not limited to that. The further you want to go in engineering, et cetera, building buildings, more math is better. So let's just talk about geometry today, which is a branch of mathematics. I'm putting this in really simple forms. So if you're a beginner and just want to understand this, great. That studies the relationships between angles and sides of triangles. So I want you to just picture a right triangle. Right triangles have that beautiful 90-degree angle or square in the corner to show you that's 90 degrees. If you're not sure what 90 degrees is, just pick up any box and fill the corner. That's pretty much 90 degrees, which helps you that. And of course, we need to find out the opposite angle, which is the height adjacent, which runs along the bottom of the angle, excuse me, of the triangle. And then the angle that is opposite of 90 degrees and the hypotenuse. So I'm just going to go through. Now, LaTeX has been used forever and ever and ever. I'm going to show you how to use LaTeX because it's been used forever and ever. And your professors in college probably going to be using LaTeX. If not, I'm going to also show you how to use UEB, and of course, Nemeth is just as easy. So let's go ahead and down arrow.
Angles blank. Problem 1. Finding the length of a side.
Okay, that's what we're going to do.
Given a right triangle with one angle of 30 degrees and the hypotenuse of 10 units.
Okay,
Find the length of the side opposite the 30 degrees angle.
that's what we're going to do.
Solution. Level 1. 1. Use the sine.
Let me go ahead and down arrow a whole bunch so anybody with vision can actually see all this, and then I'll up arrow back to 1. Okay, and then let me get back to 1.
Math cont 2. Math cont 1.
Okay.
Use the sine function.
Now, use the sine function. I'm going to down arrow, and you're going to see the LaTeX. Now, I already did all of this out because this lesson would end up being 5 hours. So I already did the LaTeX. I'm going to have you listen to it. I'm going to show you I can move one arrow at a time. So if you want to learn the LaTeX, you can also do that. I'm going to show you how to set it up. And then I'm just going to show you how you can very quickly Braille it in. You can also type it in, whether if you don't have a Braille display, you can type it in. Highly suggest a Braille display because, of course, we love to have Braille under our fingers because it's just like looking at it. So I always give your fingers sight. And that's how you give your fingers sight is have the Braille under your fingers so you can see the exact math that all your sighted peers are using. Okay, let's go down and listen to the LaTeX. I'm going to do this out in UEB math. It's just as easy. It's actually typically twice as fast with Nemeth because it's just less characters. UEB requires, 5 sixes and lots of dot fives and 4 sixes and whatnot. Doesn't matter. Both can be used very easily. Let's listen to the LaTeX first.
Math content / sine of open parent 30 degrees close parent is equal to / frac the set / text the set opposite the set / text the set hypotenuse sine of open parent 30 degrees close parent is equal to hypote nuseopposite.
Okay, so right off the bat, you sighted people, I highly suggest just closing your eyes. So if you can do math all auditorily, then hey, you don't have to require blind people to use it. I can guarantee you, you're going to struggle with that. Now, if you want to hear it one character at a time, once again, I will upload this to yourtechvision.com. Just look for trigonometry, and all of this will be in there, so you can actually open the document and play with it too. So I'm going to right arrow.
S math content.
Now,
Sierra.
you missed
equation, comma.
Backslash. LaTeX begins with backslash. That's the bottom line. If you've watched my other videos, you've seen backslash.
S math con I math N. open parent, 3, 0, degrees, close equals, backslash, F, R,
Okay. I'm not going to go through this whole
Romeo,
thing, but everything you heard, you can actually right and left arrow, go through it one intricate detail at a time, so you can actually learn the LaTeX also. It's very straightforward. Now, I'm going to do a command. It's control equals, which is instantaneously going to change it to professional. So you don't have to do LaTeX. You can just keep with the same methods that I've taught you on all the other videos. And you know, that is what our high schoolers are learning now. Some of them are learning the LaTeX. The people who are going into the STEM fields are learning LaTeX. So you want every advantage. The more you know, the better off you are. Control equals.
control equals, selected, sine open parent 30 degrees, comma, close parent equals opposite over hypotenuse, comma, SI period, and open.
And that's what you want it to read. So you can, like I said, type this out so easily, and you can Braille it out. So I'm just going to hit my end key, hit enter, and I'm going to use UEB Math in order to Braille it out very quickly using the Braille Math Editor. So I'm just going to hit end.
End, 2 period.
And hit enter.
Enter.
And so now I have a nice blank line. I'm going to tell you math is so much faster on a Braille display than a keyboard. Or if you want to erase a keyboarder, go ahead and do that. But so I'm using a Focus 40. I also have a Brilliant, but Focus 40 is my typical go-to. But either will work. So I'm going to actually hold down my space while I press dots 3 and dots 7, and then 4 and 6, and then let them all go.
Braille Math Editor, equation edit,
Okay.
type in a math expression, press insert F1 for more help.
And I'm just going to hush him up because he says the exact same thing every single time. So now I'm just going to Braille this, and you're actually going to get an idea how fast this is.
Dots 2, 3, 4, dots 3, 5, dot 5, dots 1, 2, dots 3, dots 1, 4, dots 2, dots 4, dots 2, dot 5, dots 3, space, dot 5, dots 2, space, dots 5, dots 5, 6, dots 1, dots 1, dots 1, dots 1, dots 1, dots 2, dots 2, dots 2, dots 1, 5, dots 4, dots 3, dots 1, dots 1, dots 1, dots 1, dots 2, dots 1, 5, dots 1, dots 1, 3, dots 2, dots 1, 5, dots 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, after you Braille that in, that gives you an opportunity to put your fingers right down on that Braille display and check for goofs. I wanted to slow down a little bit just because if you go too fast, yep, you make silly errors. Like instead of doing an S, you might do an ST sign, or yeah, okay, that might just be my issue. Anyway, I'm liking the way this looks, so I'm just going to hit enter.
Enter.
And now
document 1. Paste.
I'm going to do a control V just because I have a lot of other add-ons on this computer, and it just it conflicts with my control V. So, or excuse me, my automatic paste option. But that's also a clue for you. So if you hit enter on your Braille Math Editor and it's not pasting in, then you just have a conflict. I know where my conflict is, but I need to use that other program a lot also. So just control V and you got it. It's really easy. So visually, you're looking at this gorgeous, beautiful math problem. And let's down arrow and up.
Math content sine of 30 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse and fraction.
Yep. So really easy. And that actually is easier than LaTeX. Now, we never had the ability up until, I mean, last couple of months has just changed the way blind people can do math. And it's actually been for the last 4 years, we've made substantial progress with accessibility in math. So let's go ahead and down arrow, and I'm just going to quickly change then to professional. And as you listen to them, just know you can Braille in your math with your solutions just as quickly, or actually much quicker than LaTeX. But this is a lesson on whatever you'd like to learn, and I'm a big believer on learning it all. I'm a big believer in learning UEB math and Nemeth code and LaTeX. So if you're going into the math field and you want to go as far as everybody else, learn everything, and it's not difficult. If you already have a math mind, this is pretty easy.
Math 2. Substitute the known values.
Okay, you're going to listen to it LaTeX, and I'm going to quickly change it into professional math, which is the way you want to hand in all your math. And when you hand it in professional, of course, everybody will just think you're just a regular student, that blindness doesn't even exist. And if you have a challenge and you go up to your professor, they're going to be shocked that you're actually blind because, of course, you're handing in perfect math work just like everybody else. Let's down arrow and listen to the LaTeX of the math first.
Math content backslash sine of open parent 30 degrees close parent is equal to backslash frac the set x the set 10 sine of open parent 30 degrees close parent is equal to.
And now let's go ahead and put it in professional mode, which is going to sound so perfect. Control equals.
Control equals selected sine open parent 30 degrees comma close parent equals x over 10 comma si period.
And don't we love it? Yeah, it's that easy. And so that's even going to be faster than brailing out the words opposite over hypotenuse. So let's keep going down.
3. Since math content backslash sine of open parent 30 degrees close parent is equal to 0.5.
Let's do it. Control equals.
Control equals selected sine open parent 30 degrees comma close parent equals 0.5 si.
Now, the next thing you're probably asking is, well, where are you getting all because these are commands? Well, you need to know exactly where they're at. Once again, if you've watched my other videos that are, the basic, here's how you do math that you may have forgotten. That's okay. I'm going to work that in. So we're going to down arrow, and then I'm going to go the long way on how to do it instead of control equals.
Then we have math content 0.5 is equal to backslash frac the set x the set 10 0.5 is equal to 10x.
Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do Alt J E. For you visual people, you should look up at your menu bar. And my menu bar is typically longer than most. It doesn't matter. Any additional item, whether you insert pictures or tables or math, you actually get more menus, and they start with J. So Alt J E is going to take me to my equation editor. It will take you there also. So let's do that. Alt J and then E.
Alt J, lower ribbon, home T. Equation tools, equation tab, 15 of 50.
I'm going to hush them up. Now, yeah, I have 15 menus. That's what it's basically telling you. If you forget the commands, you can just do Alt, and JAWS will actually tell you. NVDA will tell you also. So this is, you can use JAWS or NVDA. Doesn't matter. And you can use UEB, you can use Nemeth. It all works now. It's really that great. Do watch the video on how to set up MathCat for both, because that is absolutely a must. You can tab into your menu, but I already know where I'm going to go. Visually, you can already see LaTeX is checked, TX. If you tab a few times, you'll get there. But I want to go to convert, because that quick control equals, well, there's a longer way. Maybe you forget control equals. Maybe one day your control equals just refusing to work. This is technology. It happens. I'm going to hit C for convert.
C. Group current professional checked 1 of 4. Convert the currently selected equation to display format professional.
Yeah, that's what I want. Hit enter.
Enter. Leaving menus, leaving ribbons, edit.
Okay. So always remember it is professional that you want, and it quickly changes it. But so right now you're just asking yourself, oh my gosh, control equals so much faster. It is, but Alt J E C enter, pretty easy also. So you do have options there. Let's go ahead and go down.
4. Solve for x.
And continue.
Math content x is equal to 10 backslash t. IMES 0.5 is equal to 5x.
Okay, and I'm going to hush them up right there. So let's say one of those math problems is not in the math editor. So visually you can see a line, lines around it. It's in a big rectangle, because someone might just send you x equals 10 backslash times 0.5 equals 5. Select it and do Alt equals, and it will instantaneously put it in your equation editor into math mode, which is what you need in order to have it read correctly. Okay, and I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to do control equals right now.
Control equals selected x comma equals comma 10 comma times 0.5 comma equals comma.
I'm going to hush them up. So I'm going to show you now what it may come
x equals
look like.
10 times.
Okay? And I'm going to hush them up. Now, I'm just going to pretend I'm just typing it out. I forgot to put it in math mode. We're humans. We make mistakes all the time. So let's just type it out.
X equals 1, 0, 10, s times.
See, it takes a lot longer on the keyboard. I'm just
0, period, 5, space 5.
Okay, yeah, that'll teach me for doing it on the keyboard. But anyway, you can see the difference between brailing math out and, of course, typing it out. It just takes a little bit longer. So let's say this is actually what you get. It's just typed out. It wasn't put in the math editor. No big deal. Now, I know my cursor's at the end. You know it is too, because that's what you're listening. My cursor's on there. It's on my Braille display also. My cursor is flashing. It's at the end. So I know if I control shift up arrow, it will select that line.
X equals 10 backslash times 0.5 equals 5.
Yep.
Selected.
And I'm going to do Alt equals.
Alt equals.
and it instantaneously changes it into proper math. Yeah. Why is it saying backslash times? I don't know, but I'm going to show you how to quickly change that and fix that.
Math content x is equal to 10 backslash t IMES 0.5 is
I'm laughing because, of course, I've done this whole sheet. I've got 3 pages of this, and this has not happened throughout the whole thing. I'm recording. So what I also know is when I record, because the recording package has a lot of commands also, things can get mixed up. So I love it when mistakes happen, so I can also show you how to quickly change it.
equals 1 0 space back t I space.
Okay. Now let me show you how to quickly change that.
S math
Just
content.
erase it.
E math M math I dot T math backslash math
Ready?
content
Just retype it.
backslash S times.
And don't you love that? It doesn't want to work at all.
Math S math E math
Oh, I know
content.
why.
S.
Oh, I know why. I know why. And it's because I set up my settings differently, and I do need to show you that because if you're wondering why I'm able to move one character at a time, is because I changed something in my professional settings so I could do that. And then I'm going to show you the issue if you do not do that. So Alt J-E.
S Alt J lower ribbon E.
C.
C. Group current
Let's go ahead and
professional text.
convert
Enter.
that.
Leaving menus. Leaving ribbons. Edit.
Oh, you love that. Now, the reason why it did not do that, so now it looks visually perfect. But if you're doing LaTeX, you do have to change this part. So I know you're not understanding anything I'm saying yet, but you will in 2 seconds. Alt J E again.
Alt J lower ribbon E.
Now, to get into my settings, I'm going to do T as in Tom, number 1, T1.
T1. Leaving menus. Leaving ribbons. Alt plus F at 1. Equation options. Default.
Okay, and tab 1 time.
Automatically convert expressions to professional format. Checkbox checked. A clear checkmark. Press space bar.
Okay. That, if you have that unchecked and you're wondering why it's not changing, it's because that is not checked. Well, actually, those commands should kick it in. Let's tab down.
Reduce size of nest. Copy linear format to the clipboard as plain text radio button check.
Okay. So you've got copy or linear format. So I'm in linear format, or you can do
copy math ML to the clipboard as plain text radio button checked. 1 of 2.
Okay. But if I keep this in linear format and I uncheck the convert, then I do have to use my commands, and that gives me the ability to move one character at a time. Let me show you what happens if these are selected. Let's go ahead and hit enter. I'm not going to set default.
Enter. Edit.
Okay. And it may not do it because, like I said, I'm recording.
Math content x is equal
Let's
to
try it.
equals 1 0
Still works perfectly.
0.
But I'm going to tell you, you're going to run into that problem and you're going to go, why can I not move one character at a time in here? And it's because your settings are changed, and you just have to kind of play around with that a little bit. Now, updates of computers will also change that, but you need to know both. You need to know where your settings are, you need to know how to change those correctly, and you want options on whether you're going to copy and paste in linear format or math ML. Let's continue to down arrow.
Problem 2. Finding an angle. Given a right triangle with sides of 5 units adjacent and 12 units opposite. Find the angle opposite the 12-unit side. Solution. Level 1. 1. Use the tangent function. Math content backslash tangent of open parent backslash theta close parent is equal to backslash frac the set backslash text the set opposite the set backslash text the set adjacent tangent of theta is equal to ADJACEN.
And I'm going to hush him up because he's going to spell out adjacent. So once again, control equals instantaneously puts it into professional.
Control equals selected tangent open parent 2 sub math content tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent and fraction tangent.
Okay, so I think you're getting the idea. So I'm going to have all 3 pages. It is going to be on the website if you want to download this and actually get an idea of what this looks like. Actually, I think I might put this in the whole web page because then you can copy and paste it out, and that will require you in order to put this into math content. So you're really going back and forth between your all equals and your equation editor. That's probably a better plan. So this is, advanced mathematics in, well, it's not really advanced, but introduction to trigonometry in high school, absolutely part of college. And of course, you're going to become a lot more challenged than this in college. Okay, so we're talking college math, how you easily go between LaTeX and just brailing it out, or you can type it out. Typing does take longer, but guess what? That's what all the sighted people are doing. So you can get very fast at it. The more you do it, the faster you're going to get at it. So this is a trigonometry, Braille Math Editor, in the Word Math Editor, and hope that helps. And let's keep going to our next incredible math lesson. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later.
You have started Alt Q menu, enter.